So where do you want to be when the shit hits the fan? By All News Pipeline. Massive U.S. death traps exposed on Drudge Report. They can't hold it back much longer, survival experts warn. Oh, nice pop-up commercial. Live free or die. It has long been argued that the #1 rule for survival is population density. Imagine this. Should suddenly and without warning the SHTF shit hits the fan, where would you rather be? In the big city with hundreds of thousands to millions of others, the large majority of them completely unprepared for an SHT situation? Or out in the country or in the mountains where the numerical odds begin in your favor, with far fewer people attempting to take what's yours? I personally would not want to be in a big city at this time, okay? While the globalists attempt to herd the masses into the big city's suburb population hubs that make up nearly 50% or more of the U.S. population, our arrives just in the nick of time system of resources is being stretched to the point of breaking, as we've been warned. All it needs is the right event to bring it all crashing down, and that is going to happen. Okay. Let's see. I will post a link to this. Okay. If such a worst-case scenario happens, and the chain of supplies that keep our country glued together suddenly stop, whether via massive cyber attack that takes down our system's infrastructure, an EMP attack, or solar flare that creates a lights-out scenario, or simply economic collapse. Imagine what might happen should 1 million people or more suddenly be unable to get food, toilet paper, and other basic necessities. That's a recipe for disaster, you guys. I'm serious. Get out of the cities. The anti-Trump riots, which are being funded by George Soros, that are happening across the country, would be nothing compared to the millions hungry, unable to find their next meals. So again, where do you want to live? Where do you want to be when the shit hits the fan? Okay. I certainly would want to be in a big city, and if I was, I would consider moving. Okay. With George Soros and the globalists already getting the masses charged up to fever pitch with paid anti-Trump protesters causing havoc all across the country, imagine what will happen if suddenly, this winter or next spring, the globalists follow through and bring our economy crashing down. And they're gonna do that, guys. It's already a plan. Certainly such a collapse would explain the Deagle.com numbers and gives us another good reason to get out of the cities and ASAP. Okay, let's see. The rest are other stuff. So again, time to move out of the cities. People are safer that way. Okay? The least safe place to be right now are in any major cities, because those cities are death traps. Okay, folks, be safe.